narombere ku manage muchemanage watongeria environment ira Meru ikuthora kagita kanene muno gutomba kutha kwina atongeria bagwatanirite bari amwe in the event of kuthora ni Meru tukwariria. One, that's a win because Meru ni throte na hit nene muno tuna kererega kuringanira kanywa kuchokania kanywa different camps, especially the camp MCA, camp MPs, camp governor na ground na onirari a surprise ne kuona tongeria bari bakarimete nemwe bakarindi. It's a win kiwe no tunarombere kubareta mwe ekuthikanira na kwina kiria oria Martin, how is important ya muchemano jora jomere mbi. One, kinyatongere barabaretere muchemano joria nya elected MPs. I'll tell you, nyabo baije there is hoteli entries, hoteli resort kuma kumanirana muchemano joria.
Really?
Yes. One, how many times thirikari did economic programs? I think consultative meetings. We started in campaign period kuchokia maoni. We started again kuja around project. Na karamu. Band kita karamba maita maingi mono. These things ni imantu jara tu za kawaida iruare rurea jwa kawaida ruare itwe. Na one ntiko kira kirari win kiri baraba ingi ni uraona mutongeria na supporters bawa abaiki out. The only thing they did is ni atongeria baku ikiti out. You see, it's an opportunity.
Supporters baku ikiti out.
Wikiti out na bomba for benefit. At the end of the day, they are with key people within a constituency represented. Sometimes ni hard monoko kuba kinyaniria kana kuba something kana ko appreciate, but the avenue ona icho na ka baikie at least bobarikania bare amwe ko purely that was I won't call it a consultative meeting because purely Martin, how do you consult with unto like 3,000? These are the things baiji. Remember kingi na kyo Martin, we are 2 years and a half maka irena nusu kindikite ya mugeni thirikari ne ari. He understand the narrative Meru. He understand promises that are making. You cannot continue making promises. I would wish tikethra kurala muchemno that kindiki narare na PSs, accounting officers, that ikikyo boikire. You see, you tell Meru itoje to our promise dam imbi ki budget each on the cycles jere kaidatori imbi tombeta go achieve. You see, you are deporting back. Tito ambiria fresh. You see, it's like now tuletere muchemene to ambiria fresh that now niko around mbire na datumba kudhidia mbire ni priority chenu. But I felt that if you would have an opportunity, because he's in the government, no second in command, I would wish that Meru arengeta kidharatiri damire to promise 2 years ago. Budget yawe karisa ikwe kariozo. This is what you managed to achieve. Then the remaining, how do we now prioritize?
You know, Eric Dadikirire, the good professor.
Yes.
Na from what I felt, yakakinya atirari na grip ya nimbio bombere buru thirikari promise te kwithirwe kibwithira Meru atirari na inventory ya projects ya Meru ira either I promise ira chiambiritie ira itiambiritie ira anara ikinyete is like really either atiri bangite boboya kana atira bangite boboya for this one, and that is why now kuona ni rari necessary atongere ba kwithira bario kumwira mantu ya
matamshi haya si mageni mchi Martin kwa mtogereo na uchisa ni ukweli sababu Martin utubobera tere for to bio when you governments it either in a vacuum. The moment even though utareo their department heads by what the government promised. There was what you call delivery unit. A president, remember, it was very useful gitaraki moi because they can count of what progress. You get them go delivery unit that we take note of what we've promised Dirikari Meru. Countability to my promise it MB. That because now we go deputy president. It's like how Kanyuma there was no institution itararana that it took an account for what had been happening. Purely this was a political meeting one to prepare ku calm tension irerari within the Mount Kenya East na ku prepare mkuu ona ketha komba penetrate ground eja mashinani kwegiria atia kuona kira gitigere nonturi Martin nontunkugo uri
zinaragwire na nethiri twaichokera actually girikaro bia bwithitie nethiri twaichokera na kuwa predecessor we wa Munyoro na Kalonzo Musyoka kanti kumyontokela
yes
ariwa babo bele gutingu yo baritire bari ubicine wari dai so wawache compare lecture so yaka as you say obichi yiko aberia boya
no I think Martin at with Canadian this was really a political meeting leave alone that to running candidates maendeleo it's the same case that happen every time Kinyaoni together mheshimiwa ageka mchemanio for example an MP together mchema tuita mchema jo wewe tuitoto amwira thini ile tunacho ntureni it's always it's a cycle ya kawaida that when you have a representative with a reminder what kira ukwenda area ne probably ira umite it's always constant reminder of what has been happening it's like itemba kudorana ndi nondumbi tomburikani there is nothing that has been happening in between since you took off the office kana hinya president or deputy waku ariku mwanga period irori there was institution was running president came and promised dam kithombaza eja promise inyanya aza uzo eja promise milioni milioni 500 cha ku revive cancer center or general hospital since miaka hiyo ndiri what has happened you see we tobati kwira na mara irereo I feel the meeting was purely apolitical because you get to me okona nandi there was purely a blame game that ule alikuwa why nikio kuendelea ku blame ule alikuwa and why would you now either kanywa gaku iko blame ule aliku the only thing you would have done is yes have a team when promises were made these are progress to the date all right for example he hold wa Munyoro twari na chata na hedete muchama jokawa jokawa nezite jokawa the thing that we appreciate area we need to appreciate there's something mtora Munyoro ngea thithirie but there's something now we can earn to once to ensure efficiency kana kuthithia ata ku achieve agenda ira probably thirikari nayo then begs the question was it necessary to have 3,000 members because if 3,000 what imiba gwitite kuthithia that's the question nondure were they crowned kuringa mpi kana kuringa ringira shimwa betu mpi kana ku create an environment kuja mashinani kuchange narrative ya ground urekari I feel it's a strategy it's also a strategy for his deputy president Nonto Martin rikana au kanyuma kuna experience ine mono ya kwethura kwina negative machine ground itari positive towards mantra thirikari kuthithia since finance bill since June 25 25th kuiza ujo kuna hostility nene mono thirikari yatwe nayo na problem na presence na kutemba kutha kwena muchemanio rikana kurara muchemanio nyingi jwa bangi ya juu but jwa gitata jwa tira but it's so important Liam atongere baretere ukari I appreciate the fact that baretere bakarande guru but what fruit tomba kuhild from this meeting that's how I feel after muchemanio jo kuthira na resolution probably ira onereo ikie to me ira informere we also need to consult father
yes bere tawo consult father muthikiria wa Meru FM na mutegere Meru TV ka kurikania ati no withdraw ichi ndira thiringi ngiri 3 rukiro ari kire mashindano ya jishindie chap sijui kama umefikia hiyo kitu lakini jishindie chap ile ao ni kenda withdraw ikuonokia kaitene kako mutu na koka uchumi Robert ile kwethia ni kuinya ke star 220 star 22 hash na withdraw kithia ata prompt au akuretera ni mbechi anokwenda withdraw wiche thana cio ateteka thiringi 49 na thiringi 99 na au no withdraw wichi ndira up to 3,000 ya mbeche iji kana maita ya thatu ya mbeche iroke throw wiche thana cio that is the least umba kuona kiri mashindano ya maita ya thatu ya mbeche ira uche thana cio ukethra ukiwa ta wache thana say for example thiringi 49 no withdraw kiona up to thiringi 150 kana no ukinye mwanka thiringi ngiri 3 rukiro rwari inya star 220 star 22 hash na withdraw wichi ndira kire jishindie chap ni rahisi sana kama ABCD inyake star 220 star to hash na withdraw ichindira mwanga ngiri ithatu ya mbechi hii itakuletea two options hapo kwiro wendo ciethera mbechi yana alafu ikuretere kanya withdraw ikira pin ku ya mpesa ina ku prompt tu directly yo prompt directly ikira pin ku ya mpesa alafu wetere second nkai withdraw kiona uwichindira mbecha maita ya thatu ya mbecha ira ucethana nacio kiri mashindano ya jishindie chap the ijiri kirukite ndaika 27 so Eric the muchamano yokuwa ni yurejire nyuma ya consultative forum.
Yes.
Another consultative forum niyo ya neraretere amwe atongeria pathatu tutingirigira bombere bururu kiraitu murungi nemesisi yawe Peter Munya nemesisi ingi ni Mithika Linturi. What does this mean? Na mark you kawira atirare.
Yes, na ntiko
senator atirare
aliku na ntiko na ikatha entire MCs but aliku I think they are selective either the 47 of them one people feel like kubabaretere ku report what happened. You see, it was okay Rukiri ndathikirite Mithika Rukiri ugawe atreti muchemanio na iturone presence ya Munya nayo itirariku kuna manto mengeja kuendelea na Meru karite ignored for some time na it's also important kukarandikuru kwaraniria kaguchokaniria muro arajo nontu au kanyuma Martin Meru ne yaririe nene muno twitikanirie kiri thirikari nya formation cia thirikari ire yariku every cycle thirikari formwa Meru ithero iki antu ayega muno na antu ina influence nene muno but over time the last 3 years or so itonete respect we karajekai ikuthira na heshima reu Meru ikuthira it's also important that ongerea kuweka differences chao kando which I really nkwempro that sometimes we got differences chao na bo akarandi kubukori na Meru yorite but okoria trikingi mea Mumeru ngi ambo koria tri why then we even if twatemalere governors bonde then why then the presence in the current governor was not seen. It tells you Meru it's continuing with divided. Now two people may argue that the governor has impeached then get a verdict from the court, which also an argument that the tobacco engage. But at the end of the day, pia ni mutongeria. When how you look at it, kinyamba kudena mauliza. Yes.
For example,
yes.
You are hypothetically.
Yes.
Tokawa maybe kawira mwangaza ni tiaita kile karoku.
I wish angesema ameitwa the way MCs boga by bagoto na batita see you respond lakini uko na supporters by yuga mitandao ne that nora lirio nandi bile nora savawa kefeze no enda ku avoid. You see, when you are looking at the way forward, if it's purely kugeria kupush agenda ya thirikari kana kugeria kusukuma project ya thirikari kana kugeria ku make decision ni ndare mo kwina unity that one the akuna kithairo ariero maendeleo. We also need, we put our differences aside. What they did with the Mera thing, remember about the bonde bakarande guru, and there is also an inference ire to Mera gazettement umira kairi ku calm tension thirikari ira tu na yo Martin, especially the national government enda ku drive rara kuna divisive no gategera kuna kamwanya nikitumio kuona inyama ntujajo nde whether the governor was impeached na bad way still sustained kotini nambi you feel like environment ya national government still mjara it's still playing nekeja kodra kuna unison kana unity reo then mantujajo nde jatingi kinyauja kinyete ende kambitikanire nagwe omba kuthura atingita na ugategera nontu agenda yaryo yomba kuthura irari nora methene na yomba kuthura i challenge, but also it's a message yatongire barathirie kukaranthiguru na gwitikanire. Now it's about time we consult.
Is this progress? Can I be progressive?
I feel we are making a step. Nontu ugategera tongire boponde, they are from different camps and nandiba ire kurealize unless they come together. Nikinkonya na example, remember igitarera ya Mumeru harikane igitarera June 25th when Kenyans Mokira, then the so-called in power, they felt threatened. Whether the Baba side now the generation now starting threatening what we really called shots. Sometimes when for example Boatengo in a way, it's also important now remember politics ni kanaga nkiuka kama ntuza nkikuta kiretu mono sometimes back na cake is constantly saying about issue cake. It's not something you tearusi we tairoga hero. It's something you need also to with that. In the MPs but you got more appointments, they are now shielded to one side directly na appointments ira chadhirikare na nya probably antoba Meru bakambire gwita officine sometimes ni endare mobot retreats na kuuma muchemani wa deputy president after consultative meeting na resolution badithia gwita muchemani jonge jo atonge high profile nene mono ndo ategera atongere bonde. It sends a message not only for Meru, the one who invited us.
Exactly.
Yes.
Nyonkwenda tu ya wedding koreatire muchemani yoyo yurejire after ya muchemani yo Karen.
Yes.
Yurira atia and barabara wanganiti muchemani yo Karen. Makiu atongeria babarare ya ponde. Babarare muchemani yo tuku.
Yes.
Ponde.
Yes.
Save for munya na Lintore. Banki ponde barare kiri muchemani yo rare.
Yes.
Karen. So what message does it say? Ni ntumwere ko yo tuma kiri abangane ba muchemani yo that is Kithure Kindiki na lira turari na Lintore yaro narari atirari mantu ameya sana ya Kindiki. So what message does it send kiri Professor Kindiki, the deputy president na the president, considering antu yabakira itu ni barari muchemani yo muthenya na bahata muchemani yo tukumbere weya mutegeri tiko myakitho kuibwa mantu yegie jishindie chap ni arawo kwithro ichindira maita ya thatu ya mbechi ira uchetha nacio burakio batire kwethia owe ni kuinya *220 *22# alafu ya kuretera ni mbechi ya no kwenda kwithra wicetha nacio atika thiringi 49 na thiringi 99 au no withra wichindira mwanka mbecha cio kinya maita ya thatu, lakini mbechi ira nkai burumba kwithra wichinda ni maita ya thatu ya mbecha ira uchetha nacio ni rahisi sana hapa inkumenya tuko February lakini kuri mambo yetu turi January. Sasa hapa ndo sisi tuko inya *220 *22# na withdraw kithia ta prompts ikira na pin ya M-Pesa hapo ya kuleta wikira pin ya M-Pesa, alafu directly wewe umeshajipatia nafasi ya withdraw wichi na bechi na rikana ora uchetha maita ya maingi no bwoko na kanya kaka ingiga kwithira wichinda mbecha maita ya thatu ya mbecha iji. Having said that, nkurikania ati Safaricom na bonibo kungwira miaka 25 ya kaita kala bethiri tobaitwa utungatana Safaricom kaita ne kakonde awaja waitu angusha hata siku moja. Safaricom bethiri tobene watu kwa kaita ka miaka 25 na mbe kwenda kwithira bai kungwira na uwe na bai kungwira na uwe ata bai kwira pata data double ni kumaanisha ati okay akura data ya thiringi 20 then okay bakethra bai kwa data maita yele ya data irokethro kiona kwethro ni 75 bakunenkire 150 though, so that means utakuwa na 75 utakuwa na data 150 ya 20 bob ile ungepata ni 75 lakini bakunenkira unajua bakunenkira 150 proba kiobatire kwethia ni kuinya *555# kana *544# kana wita kire Safaricom app withdraw kiura data kire Safaricom alafu na oba kwa data mara 2 ya irokethro urite na Safaricom bari kwira atiri wewe ukitaka kuwatch ball wenda huko makire Facebook, wenda huko makire Twitter, wenda huko makire abairerua bembeta X, ukitaka kuingia kuwatch ball no terirwa kwena app cha kuona mibira finya itu hiyo anto awithdraw ukiteseka huko na kuona data kila 30 minutes cha mobira wewe ununua data inya *544# kana *555# kana witakiri app ya Safaricom uone data alafu anakupatia mara 2 barimeta pata data double by kungwira miaka 25 by kungwira na uwe dhaijiri kilokita ndaika 36 Eric. intumwere kwira atumire kiri Professor Kindiki na kiri President barabara banganite mucemano uyu akare.
Even if you were releasing one of our example, one of even if we nyakethoro turagiririe one utwaridizere omwe wetu Bwana Martin is that Meru still in a unity. Itoko kwa heshima nene mono. You invited us na treasury, but remember, look at the things that you promised us. Look at the issues ira Meru mambite kwari. Remember, atongere babonde, especially MPs, ibagere itebedana bena musimamo gitenyarira impeachment, calling for the government to intervene, kudhura nande to take serious manto jao. Even if the appointment ire kuthithwa, most of them, especially the mentiaja atongeri ba release from baba ingi from thirikari ne na ikokana nandi changes ire kuja kuthithwa. Ko there, it's one, the entire Meru still is not satisfied fully that promises ire thirikari thithitie yakaraja ikingugire Martin utumba kumbira for miaka ire na nusu na nini netuambiria safari na welas Amiru bakuona project na igweta promises na igwikwa na investment, especially in appointment na igo shift towards side frani. Ko it was a high time atongeria beka differences chao bakarande bona 3 do we do a postmortem ya muchamano jura turale aju will it be a full kibatwe going forward kana really to a platform ego sanitize the nera tunacho kanai kuthirikari komba kuthura ituteithia one way or the other.
But this postmortem ibwethwa na critics bele ba nene sana bathirikari.
You see, antubabonde basavite thirikari. They know how things work. Then it was helpful kuthura be methene kire atongerewa Meru babere jaja jonde ijo umbugire kaire
maneno haya si mageni
jijini kweli, unless we sit down and make things work seem to be happening. Nondore they feel like even the appointment ready the way President purely looked at Mount Kenya kana Meru this with na idithori tikariboga Kenya kuthora otwitite. Ko it's also important for them to send a message. Even if mulikata kana urabo kathithia, we can as well unite and make a decision, not only economically but also a channel ya journey ya within ambere kiri politically siasa ile chite nambere.
Maybe tukiaria tu ku preempt kana maybe kuthwanire tu mantira ya thiro ya kiarire muchamanine yo. Do you think maybe rwari rwa etikio ngavana ke 2027 rwari kire muchamanine yo tuko?
Yes. One, I remember there was an interview online. For example, even I quote Mheshimiwa Raim Daud. I quote, I think I took an interview, one of
YouTube channel.
Yes, YouTube channel. Akauga, if 2027 at the event that this thing impeachment case prolonged to 2027 and they want to make changes, Meru, if Bejabonde, then still Kawera Kabadinga survive. Same case. It's also important them bakeriatri na hata bakabanga mando jao with na interest chao nonto munya na kwenda kere rintori na ugirinya wengo na ndisi aseneri wa muita kaire for CS were mugombe agitiko kavana 2027. It tells you siasa irokol na no mwanko ibange wone atre na takwa karwa na ikete mko na bekarande kuru bambanga siasa kuta 2027. If they don't do that kana kuwaga kubanga thirikari ura thirikari ka bambanga 2027 things kukitha kwena gap nene muno na mathina jatu inajo Bwana Martin jakenderea ku karani ku ikethro yemu kuchanejo moneno muno going forward, but I feel it was wise kibo kuchemania bare atongeria bonde at least to ensure that nyamantu za twikire kiri president kana kidiki na bajuta take serious itigakareja kai kanywa kana i notebook inenkanirwe story kitata ithirire ara turaria muchemenyo tugire go change the narrative na perception that things are working but not moving na dikinya gendero ona na siasa era raiwa they started shifting towards condemning and baraba kitata akuithirika. It was really tried to test what has Meru nonto koria three why would then have a meeting in Karen other than kuja ground to chemania ora chemaria kairi muchemania aja they can think somewhere that we talk about issues sha Meru generally.
But why would they not go nito nto bati with muchemania yo kethwa kethwa katwina the nana Meru aki because ibabu ithiri yo tharakanithi ibabu ithiri yo Kiambu tukaria bantu ya Kiambu because kuri miario era ditirwe ni majority leader ibabu ibatirimanire na atongeria irono ba western or somewhere ibatirimanire na atongeria kathomba Karen we uki karweno kiuya oya kiukia Meru. So why is this one Meru akinkyo kina thina?
Okay, seriously, I've no problem. Mbambiriria ukairi that atongeria we mutongeria we supporters baku omomo getua. Break out kidogo. Nenya therapy. Isi kupiga meko wonya bare aga kuringe tuma kugambu matin. Okona mantoja the grozi. Ijamega bro. But you see when those who went to Karen they presented Meru. It's true that's near Meru but alikuna ni atongeria. But then what we are looking at is that yield is we expected that only Giakom Martin Dingurua me expected deputy president being in charge, deputy in command. He understand na ari profile ni arona internal security. Sometimes he work with the president within Meru. Na naije promises ila problem make it this time round.
Actually he never used to. Atejana na president Meru.
Even if atejana na Meru. Naiji what government promised. He would have now paraded. This is what government promised. This is what it. Mea tin. Mandoja to kuirwa. Jakedo jati budgetine irwaria. Utero if there is resource ka chikis kumani to in the now that stage probably is last stage financial cycle.
Actually I think ministry ke nyo idara yina manto ya mipango ya dirika.
Yes.
Ni internal and national
coordination and nano karayinya ukaranti corona counties nano chiaga EPEC na muchemani yonde meendero ja na oversee manto ja kenda ko before even inviting Meru na bati wetakiri no gochoka nyuma kore what did we promise Meru, what have we achieved?
So what are you saying, Eric? What are you saying here? Ni ati mechemani yeni mechemani ya siasa cha 2027 or what is it?
Okay, this is one mechemani one joko prepare ground. Remember he was quite insistent that to the president jakati za isi tumwereje tumukaribishe tumukaria isi we need to ask ourselves the president has been here he made promises tumukaria we can't keep constantly reminding people that tutafanya the only thing would have done honorable thing kideke you would have said this is what we promised for the last 2 years this is what we've achieved in the first quarter miaka iwiri then balance yewe miaka iri tigerere bwana Martin what are we prioritizing kenda at least ukinyanira menya miaka iri Martin miaka iri na nusu itigere ko bati otwira atire this is what we promised right this is what we have achieved au ne otukinyite na de balance ye miaka iri kinya kenda tuja kuromba kurari imbi ko na to prioritize in between not saying that it's like we are starting afresh purely this was start play to kwambiria fresh
bo bo ronere ibwa yakayukara like yakatukwambiria bo yaro
it's like we are starting afresh if now my MP akeja uge to highway that highway has been irombero gitagitera moi to haya irombero kaire gitere president aliaja then we are talking about dual carriage then we also tukoromba barabara ingi itwarombere ituarombere dam ituarombere president ato promise cancer center started na kireito iliaza Meru chibitari nene tarugurwa na president na ukira kale na mbecha 2 years down the line how do we now achieve where we achieve that ingogura this thing is purely politics ku calm temperatures ire kuandiria na that was even thinere nene then having Kimani Chungwa at the heart present muchemanio. That was really an insult. Truly to him. Ta kudhiria michemanio.
Thank you to boki nyogo Kimani chunga no to nyonko enda tuidro to ita next because arere deputy president methone yake amwira atiri bro. Usipofanya kazi wembe ni ule ule. Usipofanya kazi wembe ni ule ule. Njira no wera criticize kuwa athiatire. That means no mumakia ati kama wewe hautafanya vile tunataka toa kuimpeach wala tu impeach mwenzako. What does that mean? Akiara siau mbere ya president na actually akidhiria ngira arawire ati sisi watu wa Kiambu turere deputy president lazima atuite hapa tena atuambie ile mambo amefanywa kwa ile tuliongelelea na ile hajafanya kwa ile ambapo tuliongea atuambie kwa nini haijafanyika. So pero tiro muthikiria wawero na mutegeri kakurikania ati Bingwa Fest iri rungurwa bingwa I mean iri rungurwa Betika na community ire kiri Betika. So Betika nethirito yitethia sana kiri ndwangishu icili rungurwa Betika na community. Betika community niyo ina rwangiro itawa Bingwa Fest. Betika na community nethirito yitethia maturene kwenja balls nethirito yitethia mantune kuanda miti kumenyera rera mantu yani nethirito yitethia sana maturene na I am sure mahali pamoja tu ama mbili ama tatu nuonete kithima kia Betika na community iri rungurwa Betika. Now Bingwa Fest ni iri rungurwa Bingwa Bingwa Fest iri rungurwa Betika na community nethirito yitethia sana wokiria mibira na wokiria talanta maturene karika na ruarua au ndi barari Meru na batia mbecha kithomba mbecha iji ni mbecha chia milioni 140 na bethirito baitumira kiri wita kiri regions mwanya ni babuithitie Upper Eastern ni bari Machakos Stadium ni babuithitie Nyanza ni bari Mamboleo Stadium Kenyatta Mamboleo Stadium ni bari rotererwa Rift Valley ni bari au Meru na nende ni batierie Nairobi ni batierie Coast na ni batierie National Finals irapa kuwa Kenyatta mbakwithiri kibuithikira au Meru ni babuithiri matinda na kiri matinda ya ashindi ba football ni baithira bakinenkerwa milioni 1 na number 2 no bakanenkerwa milioni I mean ngirima na 5 na bon number 3 bakithwa bakinenkerwa 250 na top scorer kanenkerwa 50. Ngire matinda ya nipa kuhakikisha ati nibo kuria talanta bonene sana kuhakikisha ati Kenya talanta ni kuonekana na ni chio kura bonene ulikiria bari kuira ati bare yao no ntubwaku na reri kyo kuira ati jishindie chap niono yiti tena mbere usigwe na kashida kapesa na jishindie chap ikiwa hapa inya *220 hash na withdraw which indira up to 3 times ya mbechi roke throw kiudha na chona by the way nkwira atiri no ochinde mwanka mbecha ngiri to wache thana mbechi iji ukiocheza na ati atika thiringi 49 na thiringi 99 wina kanya kanene sana ka withdraw which indira thiringi ngiri 3 rukiro rwari ni rahisi kama ABCD inya *220 22 hash na withdraw which indira mwanka mbecha chukinyangiri 3 kiri mashindano yaya jishindie chap inkuona hao antu no beti tena mbele withdraw baishinda kuna mmoja hapa na mbekeri yeti na yambireti na 0725 ekarisia na 800 amejaa jishindia tayari kuli na kinyonge au 0743 karisia na 483 pia yeye amejishindia pesa kadhaa hapa so wita na mbele withdraw which either ukirorwa arena withdraw which idra kire jishindie chap inya *220 *22 hash na withdraw kidi hata prompts alafu wewe utakuwa umejishindia pesa yako up to 3000 rukirorwa ari ukarethi na tulio bwana na ijiri kilo gete ndaika 50. So Eric miario ya majority Linda Kimani chungwa kile muchemanio ya Meru ina akuma.
That's a question. That's big the question. Seriously. Kinya ukoria nande wewe ngo ka uchinde because wewe ngo no parliament no ije budget na regwita right no ije project ya thirikari ivario mbechingana no ije taratara kubangania promises chonde ina resource ikauma kugeria kuira kidiki that pia wewe safari ni barabara ni ile it tells you preparing kidiki. This broad
is it a threat?
It is because it's a broad based government and you see watu wamekuja in 2027 will be a new formation. Therefore hata kama it's like you are preparing him than bwana boss tulikupatia hii lakini huko juu ni kama pia kuna wengine wanataka see na then something else it was wrong for weko moja kumwira mantu jau mbele ya Meru we really respect na nyanti jina tara ijira lejere na ntona kedwa kwe muchamana jungieja tiji kedwa lejere
actually aketa amechama nene
ya ita yonde but it was really wrong
biba wita consultative forum ziji ya kake mani chungwa dharari kiri ikarobibi maybe by the virtue ya kwetho ari
majority leader then kugeria idon kuga Martin kugera blame game kekindike it was not good nonto wewengwa no ukari burden nene from the assembly side nonto no boba appropriate ni boba bangana ya mitaratara idrikari ni boba ije resources na reba gitata ko na ndiko gerera kindiki that if you don't perform kindiki kako but nguge wake ko oversee what is happening but atoma ko oversee story mantu zaza jo kinyanira if there is no support ya assembly na ko appropriate mbechire but that's why ngugaga ni Martin if there was no budget for the last 2.5 years that kukijania mitaratareze na ingwiti kinyoka tekera budget yonde tikinyanya trillion imwe kubanga maendeleo right is around 700 something they will get deficit at rombaga ko it's long kuthreaten mutongeria kakumwira at least wembe ni ure na ngugie wewe ngwa ikubathikira na kugeria kusukuma naye wane responsibility nene enayo nikiri assembly e ensure that things mbeche mitaratara yonde thirikari kuthithia ni kuandamana na resources yes
so Cambodia today as we concluded
yes
ikarobibio ndebi kubwethwa na bibwethwa ni deputy president today what powers ni mainya yeko deputy president enayo ya okinyaniria all these projects you know as we very well know mantu yaye no monkaidro yari budget ine what powers does he have
one the only thing probably Kindiki want to do is to open a reasoning here nikana na kwenda kukari what president current president did was now mkuje niwasikize na wapatie masikio that what he, actually kako banga siasa
kama siasa yake
yare yora nani adhia president nonto remember president MPs bakrema that uru atubathikira atubakanya itonera here then if an opportunity comes that they can knock they can sit in the cabinet kanambi then I can pursue and push manzeko chacha kinendera but anangunko fourthly it's like we are starting afresh but ekeja kodora thirikari ka yahitanguge yayo tutebati ko twikirema that barabara ni tubati umeona in short that things are running things are moving Wamunyoro used to say that tukuja tuna launch barabara tunaenda na tractor right if tuta launch barabara na tractor zibaki then we will continue trusting. You don't have to kuchokeria Wamunyoro kana Wajakoya kana kukut Karonse Musyoka. The only thing can make things work is that barabara iko tumelaunch leo tractor zibaki barabara ikamilike. We have an issue with the barabara yetu jengere I launch I think 7 years now 8 years down the line here with 3 years it's almost a kilometer kuma ara kokora mwankagi twiki it's a isha why now who will you blame Kindiki no you can't blame Kindiki it's because if there are no resources atafanya nini that's what I'm saying the only approach Kindiki arigivia is that this is what we have achieved in 2.5 no tumba ku achieve the rest in 2 years what are the priorities tumba kubangania tuga 3 then we do 2 for your constituency then go and ensure and to better kumenya 3 we've achieved this president keja end in the next 2 years ila tukadide kenatware makuthirigire because all these projects Bwana Martin you don't tell me in 2 years ikadira that's the reality is we can't achieve this project in 2 years even if tukutoeka mechema ne consultative the 47 counties tutumba ukinyanira but what are the things that we can do ku the reality in the next span of 2 years ready kirite kenda at least miaka iwire itigere tumbo kwa confidence that thirikari twaba nafasi ingi emyaka ketho etano buthirikirie mibango riko, but if there is nothing has happened in between 2.5 years, and then we are saying between 2.5 years we are starting afresh that let me see what we can do. I project icho ndo nenkerete itumbo kukijarira Bwana Martin, but ikeja gutha tuketha tuna rwaria nengi tumi nkuria uninkona muchemana jo tuko jurakinyarire kuga atiri then tuko promise mono atu achoka Meru tubere hata because pure siasa ni loko mashinani. At the end of the day, we need also to realize that nyaba bange bejite kugera then nyaka ibo tedo na supporters baure tugeta kutira tongeria di kwira Meru ata. That's the question.
Thank you very much Eric, asante sana na tubakuona kanyaru kirururi na Omondi Bundi Papa ariwa atire ariwa ari kama chege Karen, it was just a political rally to benefit themselves. I really wish to get to kaona kanya kwariria bunge baribo, but don't you worry. Tukithiria kurikanie ujishindie chap inya *220*22 hash na withdraw kithiata prompts yu, alafu wewe unaweza jishindia up to 3,000 ya mbecha hii cho chindanirwa kaiteneka.